Hey there, mama. Are you feeling like you are going to fail your children trying to homeschool them? I've been there. Let's talk about it. If you are needing just that homeschool mom support, I am here for you. Go ahead and subscribe because this channel is focusing not only on homeschooling, but mom's mental health while homeschooling. If that's something you you need going into this experience, go ahead and subscribe. In this video about homeschooling for beginners 2020, we're going to talk about 4 ways it is impossible for you to fail your children this semester. No matter if you have a teaching education or whatever, you can homeschool your children, and we're going to talk about why you cannot fail. The first reason it's impossible for you to fail homeschooling your kids this semester is you know your kids best. You may not know your kids 100%, but no one else does, and you have the opportunity to learn who they are, see them as who they are, and build a relationship that's going to withstand the test of time. If they are going to struggle in an area, you are going to be the one hands-on helping them. And even if you don't know the material, like even if you're like, oh my gosh, math, even if that is you, I know that was me sometimes, even like I have a math degree or like a minor in math and I'm still like, I don't know. But you know what we do? We sit down and we learn it together, because that is the opportunity that you have. You have the opportunity to learn together with your children, and best of all, learn who your children are so that you can provide them with the best educational experience you can, all within your home. A teacher with 15, 20, 30 kids will never have the opportunity that you do to get to know them on this level and to support them the best that they can. But it's going to take awareness, it's going to take time. But I know that you are willing to do it because you are willing to homeschool your kids. The second reason why it is impossible to fail your kids in fall 2020 is you already know you're doing what's best for them. We are in a weird season and we've had to make huge decisions as parents. This season I've been making Oregon Trail decisions, like do we ford or do we ask the Native American to cross the river? That's what it felt like in this season. You have chosen to homeschool, and that was a big decision, and that was the best decision for your family. That is the one reason why it is impossible to fail homeschooling your children, because you are doing what is best for them, even if it doesn't feel like it every single moment of your life. Even if it doesn't feel like that when y'all are yelling at each other over breakfast or something like that. But every day is a new opportunity for growth, and every mistake is an opportunity to do better. So we are gonna make a lot of mistakes. You are gonna make a lot of mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes. My kids make a lot of mistakes. Everybody makes a lot of mistakes because that's human. But every mistake we make is an opportunity for growth. The third reason why it's impossible to fail even as a homeschool beginner is because you are going to take the time to build a relationship with your kids, and you're going to focus more on that than you are going to curriculum. We always read about how homeschool kids are smarter than other kids, they score better on tests, blah, 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 and that can be toxic positivity. I firmly believe that's toxic positivity, because when our kids aren't excelling to these levels, or as we don't have baby Einsteins, we feel like we are failing our kids, and that's not the case at all. We have a unique opportunity to stay home, homeschool our children, but most importantly, above any curriculum or learning academic objective, is you have the opportunity to build that relationship with your kids that will last a lifetime. Every teacher across the world is being taught that you should build a relationship with the kids. That way they feel like they are welcomed, they feel like they are seen, they feel like they are accepted for who they are as learners. And there's no better person to do that than the parent. There's no better person to do that than the parent. This is the time where you are sowing seeds so that your kid doesn't put you in a nursing home 80 years from now, I'm not saying that as a selfish thing, but that is a metric we can think about. Always be focusing on relationship. Always be focusing on how you can help them as an individual instead of help them as an academic student, because we can focus so much on the academic student that our relationship crumbles, their self-esteem dwindles, and their light goes out. So that is one reason why it is impossible for you to fail as a homeschool parent, because you are going to focus in on that relationship, building that up, and then letting any academics beyond that fall into place. Fourth reason it's impossible to fail homeschooling, even for beginners, is You have the freedom to change that which isn't working. If you guys bought a curriculum and you were really excited about it and your kid is just not succeeding with it or not thriving with it or not engaging with it, you have the freedom to change. If your schedule is too chaotic for your learner, if they need quieter space instead of really loud spaces, you have all this freedom to change and create the best learning environment for your children, regardless of what is going on in their lives, regardless of what the news articles say, regardless of how many cases of coronavirus spike up. You have the freedom to move and change and promote their best selves during this time. Is it gonna be easy? No, not at all. Are you gonna make mistakes? Yes, because you're a human being, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna fail them homeschooling 2020, okay? You cannot fail your kids homeschooling 2020. But you have to be willing to learn and grow with them. Bonus tip, homeschooling is just as much of a growth experience for the parent as it is for the kids. I'd even argue it's more so. There are hard days, there are easier days, but always be looking for that love to harness. Always be growing as a person and as a mother and as a parent and as an individual, because your child seeing that will know how to do that for themselves, will know how to grow as a learner, will know how to set goals, will know how to be better people as we all go through this experience together. If you're still needing information on how to get started, or go ahead and download the book that was written for you, So You Survived Spring 2020. Are you ready to try homeschool for real? There are a lot of tips for brand new beginner homeschoolers I think will help you tremendously. So fist bump, we got this. I look forward to seeing y'all again in the next video. Bye.